Do you need proof that your tax liabilities and wage-related statutory deductions are up to date? Are you interested in selling, leasing, or transferring your land or building to someone else? Do you have plans on selling or transferring your motor vehicle in the near future? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then one of the most vital documents you will need to carry out the transaction is a Certificate of Compliance. Hello, I am Nikisha Costello. A Certificate of Compliance is a document issued by the Guyana Revenue Authority to an individual or company as proof that the taxpayer has submitted all of his or her tax returns and has paid or made arrangements to pay all taxes due and payable. If you wish to change ownership of an immovable property, land, or building, whether it's by voluntary sale, transfer, or gift, or enter into a long-term lease. If you wish to transfer the registration of your motor vehicle, whether it's voluntary sale or gift. Or if you're a contractor or supplier and wish to qualify or tender for government contracts. Without a Certificate of Compliance, an owner or leaser of any land or building will not be able to obtain a transport or title to transfer the ownership of that building or land to another person from the Deeds Registry and the Land Registry. Similarly, the Licensed Revenue Department will not update your Certificate of Registration and transfer ownership of a motor vehicle if you do not first obtain a Certificate of Compliance. Likewise for contractors or suppliers. If you fail to obtain a compliance certificate, you may be denied a contract for failing to fulfill one of the pre-qualification criteria of procuring entities. In cases where you have not submitted tax returns or paid taxes for any given year, you must submit all outstanding returns and pay or make satisfactory arrangements to pay outstanding taxes before the Certificate of Compliance can be issued. For motor vehicle, land, or building purposes, you must submit all your tax returns and pay all taxes due in relation to income tax and for non-residents, property tax for each of the previous 8 years prior to your application. However, in order to obtain a Certificate of Tax Compliance for tender purposes, you must submit tax returns and pay all taxes due in relation to all tax types that's applicable, whether it's income tax, corporation tax, property tax, and value-added tax for at least 3 years prior to your application. This chart illustrates the documents needed when applying for a Certificate of Compliance. Certificates issued to individuals for tender purposes are valid until the end of the quarter in which it was issued, and as such, has to be renewed every quarter. Similarly, certificates of compliance issued to companies for tender purposes will expire on March 15, June 15, September 15, or December 15 for the respective quarter in which it was issued. As such, a Certificate of Compliance cannot be used to conduct transactions in relation to the sale or transfer or gift of any land or building or motor vehicle which was not stated on the initial application. Once issued, a Certificate of Compliance granted for the sale or transfer of land or property or motor vehicle expires on April 30 of the year following the date of issue. For more information, call our Tax Advisory Services Division on 227-6060, extension 1200 to 1204, or send us an email at grapublicrelations@gmail.com.